Catch up on previous parts by clicking the playlist, linked in the description. The huge doors opened, with the man announcing the shining sun of Obelia and its beautiful pearl arrived. The crowd cheered and clamored over their majesty, introducing the rumored Princess Jeanette himself. Noting her elegant air, they believed Princess Athanasia was plain in comparison. Athanasia would wake up in a cold sweat from the nightmare. It had been a long time since she had that dream, making her wonder why it came now. During another dance practice, she accidentally tripped. Her instructor noticed she looked tired. The event was nearly upon them, and she would show herself to nobles from all over the empire for the first time. Claude was looking forward to it, so she felt she needed to live up to his expectation. She feared that if Jeanette appeared, her papa would find out she wasn't his only daughter. When she asked him to dance her first dance with her, he didn't give an answer, but whether he danced with her or not, she wasn't allowed to make any mistakes. The maids were worried about the way Athanasia was stressing herself out, so they asked Lily to tell her to rest because she had fallen so many times during today's lessons. Lily knew Athanasia was waiting for her father's answer. Just then, someone came reporting a messenger from the Garnet Palace arrived. The maids brought the news to Athie, letting her know that her father would serve as her partner, and of course, be her escort as well. Her eyes lit up with joy. Then, she excitedly went to try on the dress and shoes that had arrived. Afterwards, she served Lucas a cake, telling him to get some rest since he'd been working so hard. Lucas assumed she was plotting something. Then, she asked him to turn into his adult form and practice with her. With the debutante ball coming soon, she wanted him to help with her training. But Lucas wanted to know why he had to transform. She explained that her papa would be dancing with her, and the current Lucas wasn't tall enough to match Claude's height. The great wizard refused, because the last time he helped, she kept stepping on his toes. However, she promised she had improved since then. Lucas would conjure up a dummy, telling her to practice with it instead. He was apparently too busy breathing. The dummy had no joints or face, so she found it kind of creepy. She yelled at him to at least make a doll that worked like a real human, but he didn't want to. While trying to dance with the dummy, Athanasia would trip and fall, all because the doll was so flappy. She was exhausted and wished she asked Felix to help instead. Lucas questioned if she was trying to get him killed, knowing what Claude would do. Thinking of another partner, Athanasia recalled that Ezekiel had returned. In order to present Jeanette at the debutante ball, the whole family was attending together. It was said that Ezekiel had graduated from the academy in Arlanta at the top of his class. Considering it's been 7 years since she last saw him, she couldn't help but wonder what he looked like. Lucas somewhat angrily told her to go see him, since she was so curious. And with the snap of his fingers, she was teleported away. The next moment, Athanasia was falling through the skies again, only to land in Ezekiel's arms. She never failed to surprise him. He missed her. 7 years ago, she disappeared so suddenly, he thought he'd never see her again, but was relieved to see her now. Athanasia wondered why he was so sparkly and happy. He was nothing like he was 7 years ago. He noticed she had changed too, but was still able to recognize her. Then, they heard Jeanette calling for Ezekiel, while having searched all over for him. Athanasia told him that he needed to go, but being bold, he would grab her hand, saying he wanted to take her somewhere, and that if he left her now, he felt she would disappear again. Ezekiel then brought Athanasia to a field of flowers, where he usually came when he wanted to be alone. It was his secret spot. She thought it was lovely. After he first met her that day 7 years ago, he always went to the spot every day. Even while he was studying abroad, he went once every half year without fail, and today was the same. Though they had only met for moments, Ezekiel wondered why he did this. With Athanasia asking him how Arlanta was, he told her that he had a good time. He had finished the entire curriculum in just 6 years, and she would ask him to delve into some fun stories. When he first arrived, it was difficult. Being the son of an Obelian duke, people doubted he could do anything, and thought he was just here to boost his credibility. Ezekiel studied Arlantian, but when he actually tried to use it, everything went wrong. And of course, people continued to mock him. He studied frantically to keep up with his lessons, and then he realized the level at the academy was really high. The well-learned teachers, the abundance of written works, the deep research into theories of sociology, everything captivated him. After graduating a year early, his professor still wanted him to keep studying in Arlanta. But of course, in order to succeed his house, he needed to return to his beloved homeland. He was the heir to a ducal house, so he needed to make sure not to dishonor his family. Ezekiel always looked so at ease. Athanasia never thought he'd be feeling so much pressure. Everyone came up against a wall at times, so she was determined to do her best too. He then mentioned there was one more reason for his haste. He tucked a flower behind Athanasia's hair, telling her that while he was away from Obelia, there was a certain someone he didn't want to escape his reach. At that moment, Athanasia was about to be teleported back. Ezekiel promised that next time, he would come to her. When she returned, she reprimanded Lucas for always sending her back and forth however he liked. That being said, she felt a bit embarrassed just now, so perhaps it was for the best. She noticed Lucas looked irritated, and he admitted he was in a bad mood. Then, he flicked her forehead and walked away, leaving her quite confused. After that, Athanasia would continue her dance lessons, moving gracefully with each step. Her instructor complimented her, saying her dancing was perfect today. Although it was early, she suggested they stop here so that Athanasia could rest enough for tomorrow. At night, Athanasia asked Lily if people would really accept her as a princess at tomorrow's debutante ball. Lily had no doubts, saying they'd all become captive to the princess's charms. Still, Athanasia felt nervous, but Lily made her feel a little better. Lily mentioned how the princess had grown so much. When she first met, she was so small that even holding her made Lily nervous. Now, she's grown into a beautiful lady. Athanasia worked earnestly and diligently. She deciphered difficult old tomes. Watching her devote herself to acquiring magic made even Lucas acknowledge her efforts. Even with her dance lessons for the ball, Athanasia never went easy on herself. Lily was so proud of her, being able to watch over the princess as she grew. To walk beside her made Lily really happy. She was certain Athanasia's father felt the same and assured her that everything would go well. With tomorrow being the debutante ball, Athanasia's father would dance her debut dance with her. This didn't happen in her dreams of the future. She hoped the accumulation of her hard work would be able to change the course of fate. Would she become a daughter her papa was proud of? Alright, next week, we're finally getting to the ball. I do like how they added a little more to Ezekiel's time in Arlanta compared to the original story. In a way, things are flowing really well without Athanasia being reincarnated into a novel she read like in the manhwa. But what do you guys think? Subscribe for next week's part. But for now, watch this next video. It's me, ComfyTea. I'll see you all in the next